Alright, so I was going to do an update on the Hurco km3 Linux conversion. I wanted to show that I have got my program running now. And I've got the controller and everything working. I can home X, Y, and Z real quick. So there's Z just homed. Y's coming back. Z's coming back home. So you can see maybe on here it all moved. On my position, I can come into MDI. I can tell it go to G54 0. It's moving down here. We're all zeroed out. Come in here, I can erase my toolpaths. I have done some cutting. I didn't have a ball end mill. This is pretty rough. I did a little bit of this. I tried to post in Fusion 360, did a little 3D machining there. I was able to get a jog pendant working. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. I've got this set so that moves in 1/10,000ths. This is 10 or 1,000ths increments, and then this is 10 thou increments. So I can do like 1 thou increments. I have to hold that button. I can like move Z up and down. I think last time my holdup was on the limit switches. What I ended up doing was I ended up not using the original board. I couldn't quite figure it out. There's some wires hooked up here, but they're really not doing anything. Well, they're supplying the limit switches with 5 volts. I ended up disconnecting from here these the ones that inhibit wires that inhibit it from going one direction to the other. Like, I think this one is still there, but they're not actually connected. I need to cut those or disconnect them. What I ended up doing with these is I used these chips, these 4N35 optocouplers, and I wired it up so that basically when I get 5 volts, when the 5 volt signal turns off, then it kills. I wired this goes to 24 volts, and then this is going to the Mesa card down here, and then whenever the 5 volt signal drops off, sorry, get these wires out of my way. When the 5 volt signal drops off from here, it kills the 24 volts. So that's my in-stop inputs, and I did that for like X positive, X negative, and X positive, or Y positive, Y negative, and then same thing for Z. That's pretty much what I did there to get the jog handle working. It was pretty simple. I basically just followed what they had on this card. There's better instructions online whenever you buy them. Pretty self-explanatory though. You just give it 5 volts and everything. This is your encoder hookup, and then this is just to select X, Y, Z. You just match the wires. I'm pretty well good to go. I might get an oscilloscope to better tune these axes still, and I need to wire in my operation. I still have jumpers right here to give it like my spindle and mist coolant and stuff like that. So I need to wire in an output on my Mesa card for that. I know somebody was asking about the relay board, and basically what I did here is these are the numbers that match to the relay board here. So 1 through 41. Basically, I only wrote down the numbers that had something wired to it. So with power, just the machine powered on, these are 24 volts and then the other ones were 0. And so like with the servo turned on, like pin 27 needs 24 volts, and then pin 30 needs to be grounded as well to turn the servos on, or like pin 23, it needs to be pulled to ground or negative for the machine to turn on. Like 20, 17 needs to turn the spindle on, 17 needs 24 volts, and 20 needs to be pulled to ground. Same with like 15 for flood coolant, and then like 11, it needs to be pulled to ground to turn the machine on. That's with a lot of these. With a little bit of testing, you can figure that out. Trying to remember. The one thing that took me a while on the Mesa card is you have to move these jumpers. They're normally in the right hand position. I had to move them to the left hand position, and then you wire them like this to where you only have an A signal, a B signal, and then that red wire goes to ground because the 5 volts is supplied elsewhere. So just a little update. Got it moving around though. It is working. If you have any other questions or comments, let me know. Thanks.